So, it is not the next podcast. Although, we are back again with Megami Master 1. He guested in the enemy gauntlet known as the Savage Labyrinth of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD, which is a great, great game. But he did bring about me in Twilight Princess a quiz regarding enemy gauntlets, not just in Zelda, but in some other games as well. It was fun, although I did pretty rusty.
You did all right, but as you guys know, whenever he and I do videos together, we like to try to catch each other off guard and surprise each other with things. So, this is going to be the thing that surprises me in this co-commentary. I don't know what this is, but you go on.
Yeah, it did catch me off guard because I don't think this became a habit, I guess, until the Super Mario Galaxy, not Galaxy, the Super Mario Bros. Movie review in our last podcast, actual one. So this will not be bad. It's gonna be other known as some Zelda trivia.
Ooh,
just dedicated to Zelda specifically. It shouldn't be bad. You might do average. You might do fantastic, or you might crash and burn. Who knows? Don't worry. I have faith. I have faith in Mega here. So.
All right, this is exciting.
There are 21 questions, as opposed to 21 quotes like I found in the Galaxy 2 versus quotes quiz. This is just some basic trivia, so it might involve some reminiscing to other releases. It might not. But are you willing to participate? That is.
Well, I mean, if I say no, there's no video, and then but we're talking to nobody at that point. But yeah, I'm in. Let's go ahead and strap this tunic on, get your Master Sword, and let's begin.
Okay. All right. With that, the first question is, drum roll, please. This. You literally did it. You literally did. I don't know what you did it with. Maybe your fingers or your knuckles or something. Here we go. This specific mask from The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask allows Link to march to rhythms of a snare drum and ocarina musical, and can be used for an Easter egg in the boss fight in the ancient castle of Akana. What mask is this? Oh, and by the way, I should point out some of these are multiple choice, including this one. It is either A, the Bremen mask, B, the Gorman mask, or C, the Stone mask.
That would be the Bremen mask. I actually didn't need the multiple choice for that, but I figured, well, let's see what he tries to throw me off with.
Correct. That is good. I might lose track of the score counter in live recording, but
we'll use this fancy visual that you see right now.
Yeah, with the power of editing videos, I can go back and listen and keep track of myself again, because it is recorded. Great. But you got that right, as anybody should. Second question. What terrible habit does Anju from the Stockpot Inn have? Either A, she is quick to apologize, B, she is quick to get angry, or C, she is quick to break into tears.
Well, it's definitely not angry. I don't remember her apologizing a whole lot, but I don't remember her crying either, so I'm just going to say it was probably written into her dialogue that she says sorry a whole bunch. So yeah, I'm going to go with she's quick to apologize.
That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, in Majora's Mask, there is a bit where you can wear the Keaton's mask, which is the shape of a fox head, and cut open grass in Majora's Mask and take the quiz yourself. And it's pretty fun. So, hey, parallels in the game. I did that on purpose because these questions, that question in particular, does take place in Majora's Mask.
You didn't even write that one yourself.
And this is the last one that actually comes from that bit, specifically. Question 3. When it is completed, how tall will the festival tower be at the Carnival of Time? A, 2 stories, B, 4 stories, or C, 6 stories?
Well, I mean, I know you can only go inside, like, at ground level, and that's where you see the Happy Mask Salesman. But then there are stairs leading down. There are stairs leading down where you would enter in the first place. But do they consider, like, ground level the first start? Do they consider the... Because underground there, that's the basement. Do they consider that a story? I'm probably overthinking about this way too much. What were the answers again?
2 stories, 4 stories, or 6 stories.
I don't think it's... Well, it's definitely not 2 stories. Because it goes taller than some of the actual 2-story buildings in Clocktown. I think 6 stories is overkill, and it's probably going over, so I'm going to say the 4 stories.
Correct. You're nailing this so far, my dude.
Nice.
Yeah, I like your perspective of not seeing it as too little or too much. You kind of like decide in between. But that is correct.
All right.
4th question. This infamous side quest is known as one of the most heart-wrenching and most easy to mess up side quests in Zelda history. What is this quest? It also involves reuniting a woman and a rather short individual to get married and exchange promised masks.
That would be the Anju and Cafe side quest to get the couple's mask, and
Yes.
it involves doing certain things over the course of the 3 days, like meeting with Cafe, giving the pendant to Anju so that way she stays behind in Clock Tower, and then meeting Anju to try to get into Sakon's lair to actually steal his half of the mask back, and then meeting them just, I think, a few short hours before the end of the world.
That was actually Sakon's hideout, but yeah, you had the right idea.
Yeah.
But correct. That is correct. All right. So, 5th question. Are you ready?
Yes.
This iconic Nintendo character can be seen on a garment of clothing that Malon from Lon Lon Ranch is wearing in Ocarina of Time. It is either A, Sheik, B, for Bowser, or C, Princess Rosalina.
That would be Bowser!
Yes.
Fun fact.
So far...
He's also on Talon's. Talon also has a pendant with Bowser.
Yep. True. I was also going to say, you can eliminate one of those, because at the release of Ocarina of Time...
Rosalina didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think they would hide an Easter egg of Sheik within the game that Sheik debuted.
So, great. Great considering what they had existing already and what was already in the game. So, yay. Number 6. Are you ready?
Yep.
What are the 3 crests of the Triforce? This is not multiple choice, by the way.
I believe any Zelda fan worth their salt should be able to tell you power, wisdom, and courage.
Yes. That is great. That is correct. You've not broken a streak so far, and I'm...
It's going to happen at some point. There will be something that'll throw me off.
Hopefully not. We'll see.
Though without the multiple choice, I wouldn't have gotten... I don't think I would have gotten that clock tower question.
Yeah. He guessed well. He guessed well. Anyway. Number 7. In The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, what is the name of the Goron that bestows the Goron's Ruby upon Link?
That would be Darunia.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Woo!
Going very well. Number 8. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, what is the value of a golden rupee?
I believe that's 100 rupees.
Is that the final answer?
You hesitated. I have a feeling that is wrong. My only other guess would be 200 rupees, because I think that's as much as it's worth in Ocarina of Time as well, though sometimes rupee values are inconsistent with each other. So, I mean, I guess we can say that 100 was what my answer was, but I have a feeling it's probably 200.
And is that the final answer?
Yes. I mean, I guess that was a confusing answer, but sure.
This is actually incorrect. The answer is actually 300.
Okay, I would not have guessed that.
These can be found in from goddess cubes. There are 27 of them across the sky, and there are 27 goddess chests as well, considering that's where they come from. But E for effort.
Yeah, 300 I wouldn't have guessed.
Number 9. How many games does the character Tingle appear in? Either A, 4, B, 5, or C, 6 games.
I have to ask just because it's like a technicality. Does he have to show up like as himself, or is it like an Easter egg?
He has to show up as himself.
As himself. So like the doll in Skyward Sword doesn't count.
No, and these only count as canon releases. They don't count for Super Smash Bros. Melee or anything. So it has to be a game that he's actually involved in.
Dude, does like Tingle's other like Rosie Rupee Land count, or the DS ones that only Japan got?
Perhaps, but
all right. What were the answers again?
4, 5, or 6.
4, 5, or 6. I think I'll take a chance that there's just something that I'm not remembering. I'll go with 6, but I can only remember 5 offhand.
Is 6 the final answer?
6 is my final answer.
That is incorrect. It is actually 5.
Okay, it is
actually 5. And I actually have the games listed.
Okay.
They are Majora's Mask, The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages.
Oracle of Ages?
Yeah. The Wind Waker, The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures, and The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap.
Okay,
Those are his canon releases, where he actually appears in.
Alright, well, yeah, to be fair, you did say canon releases. I was thinking of his own games that he starred in himself, but those are more of, like, spin-offs that aren't really canon, or, like, they're about as canon as, like, Link's crossbow training.
No worries. Still counted. Number 10. What is the Zora's name who participated as a guitarist in the Zora band in Majora's Mask? This one is not multiple choice, unfortunately.
Depending on who you ask, this guy's name is pronounced differently. I think I've always said Mikau. It's like yes. Mikau or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's how everybody says it, but yes, that is correct. This is Mikau. He bestows the mask upon Link on the Great Bay Shore, or the Great Bay Coast, that is, when he apparently dies after his nice little egg song about the Zora. So, yay, got the answer right.
And he just goes like, ow!
Ow!
And then, baby!
Tom, I may or may not cut that out. We'll see. Number 11. This area in Twilight Princess consists of a minigame where you obtain a piece of heart, the final hollowing stone, and one of the 60 post souls. And this is not, as well, multiple choice, unfortunately.
This is probably something super obvious. Why can't I remember this? You said a heart piece, the final howling stone, and a Poe. You said you want the area?
The name of the actual place, yes. I probably should have made it multiple choice, but I didn't, so I guess forgive me on that end.
Well, let's see. Did you say it was the final post soul, or the final howling stone?
The final howling stone.
Okay. I can't even remember what song that would have been. Actually, no, I think it's the title scene of Twilight Princess itself. I think they made that the final song.
Yeah.
And then you meet the hero Shade, I think, like just right outside of Hyrule Castle.
Correct.
Where is it? Where's the heart piece?
This heart piece, I'll give a hint. You do not open from a chest, you actually earn it.
You earn it.
It's in a minigame.
There's a minigame that also has a howling stone?
The minigame does not include a howling stone. The area does, but just the minigame consists of getting a heart piece in return.
So this is embarrassing, because your Twilight Princess LP only wrapped up, like, months ago.
It's okay. There is no rush on this answer. Take as much time as you need.
I guess the only thing I can think of where there's like a howling stone, and a heart piece nearby. The only thing I can think of is the fishing hole, where like if you exit the door, the howling stone is right there, and then I believe there's also a Poe in that area. So I guess I'm gonna say the area just outside of the fishing hole.
This is Upper Zora's River, by the way. That's not the answer, but that's what you're referring to.
Yes.
Is that the final answer?
Yes, just
it wasn't.
I have a feeling that's wrong though.
It's okay. It's incorrect. This is actually the Hidden Village.
Oh, that makes sense.
This is where you gather 20 cats together and talk to them, and then talk to the Coco leader. And before you leave the village, you have to pick it up outside Impa's house. Okay,
that makes sense.
You have the option to do this before or after the City in the Sky dungeon, before going to the Palaces of Twilight. So,
yeah, because I remember Howling Stone's related to like Snowhead and going into the Lost Woods, but I didn't remember what the last one would have been for City in the Sky. But yeah.
Yep, it was a good guess though.
Okay. We'll move right along, I guess.
Number 12. This individual from Skyloft's Bazaar Shop grows a liking towards Link at a certain point within the plot. Who is this individual? This is, as well, not multiple choice, sadly.
I know the Skyloftians all had, like, punny names. I don't... Like, because they all had to relate to birds in some way.
Yeah.
No, I don't... I'm pretty sure I know her name, but I... okay, I think it's, like, Peacock and Beatrice. I believe her name is Beatrice.
Yes, that is Beatrice. This is correct. This won't count as a point towards a question, but what was her job?
She stored items.
Yes, she was an item check clerk. So, yeah, you got it right. Number 13. In a certain segment of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, you use this item to gather a piece of heart. Either A, a grappling hook, B, a crane, or C, a net.
I'm gonna say the crane game.
Yes, that is correct.
Just because the net you wouldn't use to swipe a heart piece, and I don't think the hookshot is required for a hook, or to like actually grab a heart piece.
I don't recall there being a net or a grappling hook in my favor, because I haven't played that much of Link's Awakening, but I've seen many parts of it. So that's one less thing that I have in favor, in an advantage for me, that is. But you are correct, that is the crane.
Okay.
Number 14. This one I'm pretty sure you're going to get right. This specific companion informs Link about his surroundings and whereabouts using values of percentages and likelihoods as means of assistance.
Oh, it's Minda! No, it's Fi.
Yes, Fi does have a nasty little habit of just using numbers and likelihoods of things happening as a means of just telling me what's going to happen. So, yay, it's Fi. It's great. Number 15. In this 3D Zelda release, the form of fighting Ganondorf by throwing a ball of light back and forth originated here. What is this Zelda release?
And you said 3D specifically.
Yes.
That would be Ocarina of Time, but if you want to get technical, you would slash your sword at the ball of light that Aghanim would throw at you, and that is how you fought him. And Aghanim turned out to really be Ganondorf, but in all seriousness, the game of tennis with a light ball came from Ocarina of Time.
Yes, this took place in, for those who don't know this answer, it came from the Forest Temple in Adult Link form. This is where you fought Phantom Ganon, and they kind of kept that consistent with Wind Waker as well, because you fought Phantom Ganon at the Forsaken Fortress, and that is how it originated. So, correct. Number 16. In The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword, Demon Lord Girahim provides a pet name for Link's humiliating death. What does he name it? Either A, the never-ending slumber, B, the pursuit of darkness, C, the endless plunge, or D, the dark ritual?
I believe that's C, because given the arena that you're surrounding by, he like raises you up on his own personal platforms.
Yes, this is the endless plunge, and he does not like Link very much, and he spent that long creating a pet name for his so-called death. So, yay, correct.
Woo!
It is great. Number 17. This female cat in Twilight Princess assists Wolf Link in getting Midna to Princess Zelda in order to be healed. Who is this cat? Either A, Katie, B, Diane, or C, Louise?
That would be Louise.
Correct. She is the white cat that just kind of hangs out outside Telma's bar and just kind of waits around, just waiting to see what's going to happen. And she also assists you in getting the wooden statue for Ilya's memory recovery before the City in the Sky. So, great. You're on the roll again.
Yeah.
Number 18. In Romani Ranch from Majora's Mask, helping Cremia deliver her supply of milk to Clock Town results in which of the following prizes? Either A, Romani's Mask, B, a golden rupee, which is 200 in value in Majora's Mask, or C, a hug, or D, all of the above.
That's going to be all the above, because you get Romani's Mask first, and then afterwards, once you already have the Romani's Mask, you get rupees, though occasionally, I believe by RNG, Romani can hug Link.
Yes, and that only happens sometimes, not every time, so it just kind of like randomly generates, and the game says, I guess this time the player deserves a hug.
Yeah, kids earned it.
Anyway, correct though. I like your speculation. You're a good test taker. I'll say that. Number 19. This area in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword includes a side quest where you work for a group of people and play a harp in a musical gathering in return for a piece of heart. Either A, the Lumpy Pumpkin, B, the Rusty Shack, or C, Bamboo Island.
That is the Lumpy Pumpkin after you break the chandelier and it's all your fault and you gotta repay your debt.
And the first thing that Kina's father, or whoever he is, makes you do is deliver hot soup to the guy who is in charge of the sparring hall. So, believe it or not, in the Skyward Sword, the first thing that Link does is cater food to everybody else. So
he becomes a DoorDash guy. To be fair, I'd eat that pumpkin soup.
Oh yeah. Number 20, second to last question. What are the final words from the Mask Salesman in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask? It is either A, may we meet again in another life, B, this is truly a good happiness, or C, I must bid you farewell.
I don't remember the Happy Mask Salesman's dialogue so clearly. I don't think it's B. So then it's got to be either meet again in another life, because that's like ominous and creepy enough for him. And then what was C again?
C was I must bid you farewell.
Must bid you farewell. And that one's just kind of generic enough. I'm going to go with A, but I have a feeling it could be C as well. But A I'm going to lock in as my answer.
This is actually incorrect. The answer is, this is truly a good happiness, and after he says that shortly, he turns around and fades away after he walks away. So, that was a word salad, but it was actually B. This is truly a good happiness.
Yeah, I was completely wrong there. And he turned into like a Force ghost.
Yeah, and he also says in the same scene as well, I must bid you farewell. He says both B and C, but B he said very last before he disappeared. A, which is the quote.
Was the only thing he didn't say.
A is the quote of "May we meet again in another life" is actually Fi's last words before she goes away in the Skyward Sword at the very end.
Okay. So I just indirectly called Fi creepy.
I'm gonna give you that one. That was
no. To be fair, I think I was implying like if the Happy Mask Salesman that would have said it, then that would have been creepy because he is like one of the most terrifying characters to me. If you don't know why, read Bed and Drowned, the creepypasta. You'll know.
Yeah, Juducible, man, you made a good creepypasta. Anyway, number 21 is the final question. This Zelda game houses one of the most mentally exhausting heart pieces to get of all time. Which release is this? Either A, Majora's Mask with the Octorok minigame, B, Twilight Princess to pay 1,000 rupees to the town merchant, or C, The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap with the mysterious shells.
I believe with Minish Cap, you can grind for shells pretty easily. I don't think it's C. And of course, like the hardest heart piece. I mean, I feel like that's going to be subjective because I can imagine like some people being kind of off-put by grinding for rupees. But in my own personal experience, the Clocktown Octorok game is the equivalent of going into the Ganon's dungeons and just getting an onslaught of enemies from every which corner of the earth, and just I don't know, just like it's the equivalent of hell. We'll put it that way. So yeah, the Clocktown Octorok game.
I should have pointed out this question is actually opinionated. It's not really a part of Zelda lore / Zelda history. Floating around ZeldaDungeon.net, this question kind of floats all over. People even made custom videos about talking about this heart piece, but people actually deem this to be the Minish Cap with the mysterious shells because it's so very randomly number generated. So I can feel your pain with the Octorok minigame because that one sucks. It took me quite a few tries. I even have a screen cap here to like say, hey, I got it as well.
So it was C.
This actually is C because I actually got this from a video that I just watched. It's called The Worst Heart Piece Ever. I might show it here in a screen cap as well, but
okay,
we'll see.
The thing I may have been thinking of is I may have been thinking about the easy way to grind for keystones.
In the Minish Cap?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one can be pretty hectic, I'll say.
Yeah, I thought you could get infinite mysterious shells.
Considering that, again, I never played that much of Minish Cap or Link's Awakening, like I just mentioned earlier, with that question, they come at stake. It really does depend on how you go about this. So, your playstyle really depends on you. It kind of just depends on you. Like, whatever seems hard or bad or mentally exhausting all depends on the player, and that's really all I must say about it. But with that, you did exceptionally well on this survey, or should I say Zelda trivia quiz. So, at the end I will have some kind of score counter here, which I kind of forgot by now, but at the end of editing I will pretty much show it right here, and it looks like he did pretty well from my memory, so...
Yay! Alright, well that was a lot of fun.
Fan of all. It was fun. I just realized on the back of this paper I just did a lot of math for no reason.
Now everybody gets an introspective on like how I would take tests in high school.
That was good though.
Like, well, it can't be this because that, so I have to go with this, and just like seeing how I overthink everything.
It happened. It happened. But there we go. That concludes the Zelda trivia and this Zelda playthrough, because last time I again did the Gauntlet quiz and Twilight Princess, and here we are with Zelda trivia, so congratulations.
And if you haven't seen already, check out the companion video to this where he and I went through the Savage Labyrinth, episode 28 of his Wind Waker.
That one was not as long, but I have to give it credit. It was kind of like challenging in the effect of just fighting the enemies, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. We got through it, and we got the Hero's Charm as well, which is great. And it's going to be kind of bittersweet saying goodbye to this Let's Play, because in the next episode of it, I will be going straight to Hyrule and finishing up the figurine quest as well. And that'll wrap it up.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me. I'm looking forward to seeing how Wind Waker wraps up.
Yep. Thank you very much. And again, go subscribe to Mega Master 1. He's got videos on how whatchamagivit agrees to things accidentally, which includes his scream from Banjo-Kazooie when he got ate by that shark.
I loved editing that so much.
Anyway, with that, stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. and peace out, everyone.
Later.